First of all, as I said at the beginning of the meeting, I want to thank all of you for being here for what is a very special day for Commissioner Sinquefield and I. And at this point, I want to call Commissioner Sinquefield down to the podium. Down here. Pleasure serving with you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I met Doug Sinquefield a little over 12 years ago at the Broadway Cafe in Ashford. If any of you know where that is, you know that's where you meet everybody in Ashford. I'm a pretty good judge of people when I meet them, and I knew when I met Doug Sinquefield, he was one of the good ones. Many of you are aware of Paul Harvey's God Created a Farmer. This is the man he created. Doug has been a farmer for many years, all of his life. He has served his country as a veteran. He has served his community as a leader. He has served his earth as a farmer. He has served this county for 12 years as a tremendous elected official. He's worked on our association's workman's comp board as a dedicated chairman. He served RC&D. I saw some rep from them. Farm City, you just saw. He's been on the National Peanut Festival board. He's a dedicated Alpha rep. But most importantly to me, and I'll make some comments about that momentarily, he's been a professional partner on the Houston County Commission with everyone that we've served with. And he's the best singer for a county commission I've ever heard in my life. I don't know if y'all have ever heard, I'm not gonna get him to, but he can sing. Doug, I personally, after today and on into the future, just want you to know, you and I will always be friends. I appreciate everything we've done together, and I appreciate your service to the citizens of Houston County. I'm gonna present you with this plaque that says, presented to Commissioner Doug Sinquefield in appreciation for 12 years of service and dedication on the Houston County Commission, November 2010 to November 2022. Congratulations, and I will ask you for some comments.
Oh goodness, where do you start? I can't say enough good things about my friend Chairman Culver. Over the 12 years that I've had the opportunity to work with him, I've watched him. He's made so many accomplishments. He's done so many wonderful things for the people of Houston County and all of our surrounding towns. I've watched him in his leadership positions, looking at everything that we did in our county. He studied it. He knew everything that he needed to be done and voted on and moved forward. I relied on Chairman Culver for many questions that I had, that I could sit down and talk with him, and he would explain to me exactly what I needed to do and how I needed to do it. And a lot of times you have to know what you're doing and what you're voting on when it's best for the people of Houston County. And Chairman Culver has certainly provided that knowledge and wisdom and understanding, and his leadership qualities has meant so much to me, Chairman, and thank you so much. God bless you. I have my wife with me here today, and my son Shane Sinquefield, and Mary. I don't know how I would have made it without you. Over in 1969, I met this girl in a college dance, and we've been dancing ever since. But she's meant so much to me and always been my strength and my hope, and carrying me through the good times and the bad times. You know, as a county commissioner, a lot of times you get a little bit down, but she's picked me up and said, it'll all be fine. It'll all work out, and it always has. And Mary, thank you so much for your support in helping me through these years. And I look at Shane, my son, and our other son, Derek. They live in Clarksville, Tennessee, with our 4 grandchildren, Emmy and Ann Davis and Max and Grayson. I'm like, you know, that Grayson and Emmy are junior and sophomore in Auburn, so you're proud of that, right?
Absolutely.
But again, over the years, being a farmer, working with 30 years with a corporation, being involved with so many different things, but I enjoy serving on all the different boards I have in the past. And I commend my friend, the executive director for the ACCA, Sonny Brasfield, and his great leadership for the state of Alabama. 67 counties, one voice. And I always remember what Sonny said, it doesn't matter till it matters, right? And that's right, and it matters now. We're moving forward. But I'm looking forward to the future. I want to stay involved and do things. I just love people of Houston County, and I'm gonna get to where I'm like Bob Woodall, I'm gonna wear no socks. But really and truly, I can't say enough good things about all our department heads and Peter. I want to just say, you can't name all the employees of this great county. The Houston County employee, every one of you Houston County employees have meant so much to me. And we appreciate all of you Houston County employees for your dedicated service to making it happen for the people of Houston County and serving the people of Houston County. I can't name every one of you, but you know who you are. Over 400 something employees with Houston County, and they have meant the world to me, and they've helped me. And any things that I've had, they've always been there to help me. Especially the sheriff, thank you, and the sheriff's department. Can't say enough good things about our sheriff's department. Law enforcement is so important today, and they willing to stand in the front line of protecting our citizens. And I commend you, Sheriff, and all our deputies and others here. So thank you again. I won't drag this on out anyway, but I certainly have to share these things with me. Matt Parker, thank you. It's always been a great working relationship with you and Dothan Chamber of Commerce and the city of Dothan. And we just gonna continue to see great progress going forward in the future. God bless each and every one of you, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Set your standards higher than wanting to be like Bob was. Buddy Bob. Those of you that know me know I've got a little counter on my watch that has been counting down days since it was about 300 and I don't know how many. I want you to know I still have 22. Today is not the last day, but it feels like it. A couple people I want to recognize before I get into some comments, and y'all all look down. Just don't look at me, please. I've become a mush in my old days, but Sonny, I appreciate you being here. I know you drove down from Montgomery, and I did not know you were going to be here. Sonny Brasfield has been one of my dearest friends and has taught me all the political stuff that I know and try to forget and don't think is important, but you have to have knowledge of, and you know where you are, I don't have to say. I'll mention some other folks, but my son Cannon in the middle, raise your hand there, son. He's my youngest, drove down from Huntsville. My eldest son had to work today. My daughter dentist is fixing somebody's teeth or traveling or something, whatever it is she does, and couldn't be here. Appreciate you being here, son, and so proud of you. He is a chemical engineer now, just graduated, and proud of that. A bunch of engineers in this room today. Thank my, wouldn't be a normal person if I wasn't thinking about my mother and my grandparents who got me here. Frankly, my former wife, who spent 25 years with me, helping me be here, who's my dear friend still. You know, it takes a lot of people to make 36 years happen. It doesn't just, you don't just do it by yourself. Today is my 824th meeting. If you count admin meetings, it's been over 1,600 meetings. When I started, I was 12. We had no cell phones, no internet. Commission shared a closet on the first floor, I think it's Carla's office now, actually, of the courthouse. We had one 4-drawer file cabinet that each of us got. Each commissioner got a file drawer. And we shared that. Sometimes you question God. Sheriff, you too, by the way. I meant to mention you also. Thank you for your partnership over the years. Sometimes we question God when he speaks to us, and more often we don't realize when God is speaking to us and calling. I absolutely believe that me being here today is a God thing in my life. There's no way that there's any other sane explanation for somebody doing this for 36 years. And feeling as blessed as I do today after 9 terms. There's no way this could not be a God thing. A simple thank you to all the people that have been involved in this minimizes significantly how I feel today. But I wholeheartedly thank God and the citizens of this county for the last 36 years. People have asked me, what are you most proud of? And it kind of surprises them, I think, for me to say, you know, I'm happy about the things we've built, the buildings we've bought, the roads we've paved, and the departments we've funded, and the fiscal responsibility we've had, because we've done all that, and it's been great. But you know, those things are just concrete and asphalt and things we're supposed to be doing. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the growth in the buildings and the clean office. But it's the people whose lives we've touched. That's what I'm the proudest of. I can think back on people and events, and it rings so clearly in my mind, not to walk you down a history lesson, but I remember when we were thinking about buying this building. We had a public hearing, and everybody said, y'all are spending too much money. I was a first-term commissioner and young, 12. So I didn't know any better. I looked at all of them in a room way fuller than this, and I said, you know, if it gets me unelected, so be it. Robert Crowder called me so be it from then on. Every time something controversial, he'd say, what do you think about it, so be it? Evidently it was okay, because that was a long time ago. Sonny and I one day were sitting in front of a governor, and we were fixing to bring him a bunch of prisoners, and he was giving us a lesson in how we were being bad little children. I looked at that governor and said, that's all well and good, Governor, but we're bringing you a bunch of prisoners in the morning, and got up and walked out of his office. And so Sonny, every time he gives a speech, he says, that's all well and good, Governor. So that's what I think about you. And we did, and it worked, and we got rid of all the prisoners around the state. I remember the day in this very room, the only time I lost control of a commission meeting, even with George. Where'd you get? The only time I lost control of a commission meeting, this room was slam full when we were thinking about building a jail, of people with their hands held singing, we shall overcome. And they would not sit down. And they would not let me control them. But you know, God has a way of working with you. There was a church people that did not want it where we were going to put it, right here behind us. They all came with their toothbrushes. They were ready to go to jail, weren't they, Sheriff? Where are you at? Current location of the jail fell out of the sky. And we put it there. It worked out well. The pastor of that church and I got to be best friends, went to Leadership Alabama together. God is good, people. God works. I stood right here with George Jones. And we proclaimed George Jones Day in Houston County. You think I didn't enjoy that? I actually enjoyed everything about that project. I enjoyed standing here with Houston County Queens, who I saw be little bitty people that are now big people, being successful in life. The Jewel Singleys of the world, who I love to death and is now Miss Wicksburg. I'm not gonna start naming them. The red ribbon presentations, the people we recognize for doing good works in the county. Those are the things I remember. The people. Those are the things I'll take with me when I leave here in 22 days, not today. It's the things like that that we've done for citizens. And there's a couple of groups of people I just want to mention. One is the commissioners that I've served with. 12 commissioners and 1 chairman. They have been professional, they've been honorable, and I have been blessed to serve with every one of them, even Curtis, who gives me a hard time every day, but has been a great friend. When I first got elected, I watched the news within a couple of weeks, and I saw the Vernon Town Council having a meeting, and they were throwing chairs at each other and acting like Vernon. Any y'all from Vernon? And I said, that is not what I want the Houston County Commission to be. And I have worked hard as your chairman to make sure you're proud of what we do behind me. Secondly is the relationship we've had with the community in the region, and not just professionally, but as friends. Matt Parker and Mike Schmitz and David Money and both Mayor Salivas and Bob Woodall and Pat Thomas and on and on and on. We have made our region not where the city was the city and the county was the county when we first came into office, but we are all in this together for the good of our citizens. Folks, that didn't just happen, did it, Mike? That didn't just happen.
You did it all.
You're out of order. I've always wanted to do that. That didn't just happen. We worked at that. Matter of fact, that's one of the things I'm the most proud of, is how we have formed a region to work together for the good of our citizens. That's important. Lastly, and most importantly, and Doug mentioned it, I'm so grateful for the employees that we have, both hired and contracted, who've made everything we've done possible the last 36 years. You know, we get elected and we sit up there and we think we're important, we're really not. You know, we have this thing right here and 4 people watch us, so, you know, we're not near as important as we think we are. It's the employees that make the things happen that we say, that we do. We couldn't do anything without our employees. We couldn't provide the services without them. Y'all might have noticed on your way in, did anybody notice the trees on either side of the door coming in? Anybody say, what the heck? A very dear friend of mine, who I love and respect greatly, gave me a suggestion about those trees, and I thought it was a little crazy at first. But the more I thought about it, and the more the days came down, I felt compelled to do something for our employees that have given so much to me. Employees that are my friends, my acquaintances, and many I don't even know. But I know what they've done for us, right, Sherry? Those are 4 peach trees that represent 4 decades I've served. And I bought them in honor of my family, my 3 kids and my mother. They're gonna be planted in that island right out there in front. I hope those peach trees grow over the years, and when they produce peaches and fruit, employees in this building can enjoy that fruit forever. It's my way of giving back, always giving back to the people that made our jobs what it is, that made us what we are. It's not much, maybe just a peach 5 years from now. But when you as employees enjoy that peach, I want you to remember how much we appreciate you, how much we thank you, how much you mean to us. I could stand up here all day and tell you all kind of stories, but Jackie's already making eyes at me. She said this has got to be short, and she's still the boss for 22 more days. So, with that, I'll prepare to end this and end my 800 and some odd meeting with just a little bit of advice. Brandon, you can be making your way down here. You know, this has not been a chapter in my life. This has been the whole book. The only advice I would give to the incoming commission is Don't take all of this stuff so serious. This is just politics. This ain't real life. All these folks are real life. Your family's real life. Don't worry. Don't worry about the mule going blind, just load the wagon. How many of y'all have heard me say that 100 times? Don't let the politics or the naysayers get in the way of doing the right thing. You were elected to serve. Serve. Winston Churchill once said, "You'll never reach your destination if you stop and throw rocks at every dog that barks along the way." I believe that. Know it's important. Know what's just noise and filter the noise. Work together and give credit to those in lesser positions because they probably deserve it. Your due will come. Ronald Reagan said, "We can get a lot done if we don't worry about who gets the credit." With that, I say thank you one last time, and I'm going to turn it over to Commissioner Shute. If I had a gavel, I'd give it to him, but he ain't elected.
They keep telling about this mysterious writing cancer. I'm starting to think about him. No, it is an honor. It always has been an honor to serve with you. I know we have a special unveiling here shortly, but as we sit here in the building that I predict will one day bear your name. let me
Don't
just
say that. That's what you do for dead people.
One day. But I just want you to know that I have learned a lot from you. You've always tried to steer me in the right direction, not always wanted to go, but anyway, I greatly appreciate your friendship, greatly appreciate your service, and you're right, this is what it's all about, the people that we serve. And so hopefully myself and the future commissions will take that message to heart. So if you'll join me by your portrait, which will hang in this chambers in perpetuity. Ready?
Drum roll.
I don't know about all that. Have y'all seen me? And with that, I will say for the last time, this meeting is adjourned. Thank y'all for being here.